Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I want to thank those of you that are subscribing and listening to this on a regular basis. It is encouraging. I'm hoping that if you are stopping by and just browsing through, then I hope you like what you're hearing. And if you do, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. And for all of you, if you just hit that like and share buttons, and maybe this will reach other people. So this morning, as I was looking through all these notes and trying to figure out what to do with this pile and stack of papers, I was reading through them and I came across a couple and I thought, aha. So I have this handout, and I printed it out, and it's hanging on my wall right next to my bathroom window. I read it every morning because it's there staring me in the face, which is good. But it's also there for the all the time, so it will always jump out at me. And it says, Lord, you woke me up this morning. This obviously means you have another day planned for me, a day with a purpose. What do you want me to do? And I was thinking about this because there's a gentleman at church that he comes with his oxygen every day, and we talk, and sometimes he feels a little, gets discouraged, obviously. Why? And he says, he feels useless. And I tell him, no, you're not. God woke you up. That means God has something for you to do today. You just need to find out what it is. And then I was... as I was reading through these notes, they all happen to be from Jon Courson, but these two kind of jumped out at me because they go right along with this. So I'm gonna read them both to you. What has God told you to do? What has He put on your heart? Same thing. What do you want me to do? You obviously have a purpose for me today. So what is it? And like my friend who said, feeling useless and feeling like he can't do anything, or he can't. And again, Jon Courson says, you and God are a majority. You don't need anyone else to do what God has called you to do. Don't pull back or away because you feel inadequate and alone. If God calls you, He will also empower you. Now, he's pulling this from 1 Thessalonians 5:24. But then again, what he says, and I can attest to this, life is either a fantastic adventure or it is an endless detour, and the only difference between the two is faith. Okay? One of the new poems that is in the copyright process is called The Path. And, my path, it's a crooked path. Mine's been very crooked. So it's been full of detour after detour after detour. But, God was faithful, and He got me back. And through the whole thing, when I looked deep enough inside, I knew there was faith there. And I've told you this before. I lived a worldly world and, worldly life, and He was patient. But when the faith wasn't up front and when the faith wasn't active, it was one detour after another, okay? When I put the faith up front and when I allowed it to be first, it changed. That what do you want me to do? What's the purpose? God said, here it is. Let's get to work. And yes, it's been a fantastic adventure. And I'm sure that you'll find the same thing. We all get discouraged. We all get, we can all feel useless. Like, what can I do? And I don't want to hear I'm just a mother and I'm just a housewife, or I'm just this or I'm just that. Because in one way or another, everybody's a just this or just that. I spent my years as a mother and a housekeeper, raising my kids, keeping the house, doing all of that stuff, okay? And that's important. You're not a just. You're bringing up the next generation. You're bringing up people, like God says, teach your children and train them in the way to go. Don't ever think you're just that you are just and that you don't have, or that God doesn't have a purpose for you each day and every day. He does. You just need to have the faith. You need to, what is it, Lord? And look and listen for that fantastic adventure. Okay. I hope this blesses you. And you have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll see you another day. Bye.